one of the overarching goals of the Junge Akademie, of the Young Academy, is really to bridge the gap between science, academia, and society at large. To kind of to take science out of its ivory tower to make it really tangible. And a project like Be a Better Being allows us to do exactly that. We use the films as a medium that everybody can access easily to start a dialogue, right, between scientists and society.
You'll be fine.
How to do a good life, how to live a good life, what's a good life, how do we define it, how do we measure it. The contact between film and science is maybe breaking up those frontiers among scientists and among so filmmakers and scientists, in the sense that maybe you can go quicker to the real problem.
You start by telling Enact what your values are. "30 minutes before bedtime, Enact will check in to make sure you spent your time the way you intended to."
I think that they call it values is probably because it's a very personalized approach. It's this, you are the core, the center of everything. As a sociologist, I would say values is an outgrow of larger social entities. Technologies are neither positive nor negative. The question is who uses them and who defines them. And I think to some extent we have left this at the moment very much to the markets, where people are there who professionally want to make money out of this. And that is actually putting us under a lot of pressure. But we could also probably exploit these medias or these new technologies in a way that suits us more.
Stay on track. Live up to your expectations. Live life with purpose. No regrets.
When we, more or less a year ago, discussed about Be a Better Being, because we started to think along a very old classical theme and thinking about self-improvement and optimization and what drives people to attend all the yoga classes and so on. And this was, again, a very classical topic also for social sciences, who very early started not only, of course, philosophy to think about the improvement of the mind, but also the improvement of the body and the coming of new technologies and so on to optimize the human being, which stops being a human being at a certain moment when it's improved with technologies, and it stops being a quasi-human, in fact. And what we did hope was that with the films, and this is the advantage for us as scientists, always we will get very new impulses and maybe new ideas. So we did hope that the films will be giving us something what we as scientists are even not daring to touch.
We first met as a group of scientists who were interested in conducting this kind of project. And through the discussions, in fact, when we talked simply about what is going on now, what do we observe around us, we came to the topic. Then we formulated the call, and the call was then spread internationally.
To this call, we got a huge reply from the filmmakers. We got 425 films from all over the world, really from each single continent. It's a lot about the issues of a film. Of course, it has something to do with the style of the film, with the look, with the artistic approach, but much more important is what does the film treat? If you watch a film, you also feel why the film is treating this issue, and that was what interests us. And we take these films as single comments from a mind into an academic discussion.
Well, usually in film festivals you talk about the art of filmmaking and how films are constructed and how you get to making a film, and people always have questions about the ways that you wrote the script and how you directed your actors and everything. But this year is a much more philosophical forum where you're talking about bigger questions than the films themselves.
Non, non, tu restes ici! Tu restes ici! Non mais tu te fous de moi, hein? Tu t'excuses immédiatement!
Mais c'est pas moi qui l'ai poussé, le monsieur! C'est toi! Toi, tu t'excuses!
Un,
deux... Mais c'est toi!
Excusez-moi, monsieur, non, je suis vraiment navré. Hey, tu bouges pas, toi, hein? Tu bouges pas!
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Vous venez de frapper votre enfant.
Quoi? Mais non, non, tout va bien.
C'est normal, ça, pour vous? Ça va?
Ouais, excusez-moi, je vous rassure tout de suite, il n'y a pas de...
Mais de la maltraitance, comme ça, aujourd'hui en Suisse, moi, je trouve ça carrément désastreux, voire scandaleux.
Attends, excusez-moi, de la maltraitance?
Absolument, de la maltraitance.
When you stick to just, focusing on yourself, and if society gives you that space, I'm not saying we should take away that freedom, of course, but I think we should maybe focus, on creating a sense of community, connecting people and hearing each other's thoughts about everything, especially in a world today where globalization is so strong. And so many opinions are in the air, and I think we should be definitely open to whatever the person is saying in front of us.
Nationalistic, ethnic-based, and highly exclusionary. So while I do see we need community, but the thing is, not all of them are good.
I agree with you, because I grew up in Egypt, and the sense of community there is extremely strong. Way too strong, because if there's any kind of issue, there's good sides and bad, and good, good and bad sides to it.
Gaël, je te jure que j'ai rien fait, c'est cette folle qui m'a attaqué de nulle part.
Je suis là, je vous en prie, continuez.
Oh non, c'est bon, maintenant, vous nous lâchez.
Non, mais j'aimerais juste expliquer
Bon, écoutez,
à madame...
je vais vous demander gentiment de ne pas me dire comment elle veut.
Mais casse-toi, putain!
And if you can find somewhere that balance, between, community and being an individual who has his own values and ideas, maybe you can have a country that works.
The selection process of the film was in the meantime the process of developing the program of Be a Better Being, because it was always interacting. We did watch the films, and in the meantime we did reflect what is now important for the academic approach. How do we charge these issues within a Be a Better Being? So was the selection process just part of the development of the overall program within the forum?
I'm running away from my own self to fit into what we call society. Stress, my own, the media's, and everybody's demands are biting at my heels. It catches up with me all the time.
Running through life is a bright reflection of human modern conditions. It was voted by you, by the audience. This is an indication that it is a piece of work that really transcends from the medium of film into public discourses. It made many of you reflective in one way or another.
I think normal festivals sometimes can be like the filmmakers talk about their films for the other filmmakers, and that is not why I'm making film. I mean, I want to get out to the audience and discuss my films with the audience.
But what a film can do is it can really make you experience it. It can make you feel compassion. It can make you take another person's perspective and feel with that other person. So a project like Be a Better Being is something that allows us to start a dialogue between these different groups and to create interest in science, and that is what we want to achieve as a young academy also.